What's up, guys? PowerManiac 720 here, and I have for you round 3 from Athens Regionals. At this point in the tournament, I am 1-1, and my opponent is Ellie Holst. Her team in team preview was Altaria, Gudra, Volcarona, Swampert, Espeon, and Metagross. So I was assuming it was a Mega Altaria. I was assuming Swampert was a Mega. Metagross might have been a second Mega. And I really wasn't too concerned about this team. Gudra and Altaria I take care of pretty easily, I think, with Mamoswine. Volcarona gets taken out by Rock Slides or Double Edge from Salamence. Swampert gets taken out by a Solar Beam or a Leaf Blade. Metagross gets taken out by the Sun. Espeon gets taken out by a Knockoff. So, I mean, I pretty much have this entire team covered pretty easily. So let's see the match. Aaron ended up dropping after going 1-4. Which ended up hurting my resistance in the end, but oh well. So she leads Espeon and Altaria, and Drought activates. So I'm a little concerned because I'm expecting Altaria to have Cloud 9, which would negate my Speed Boost turn 1, but it's Natural Cure, so I don't have to worry about that. And it does Mega Evolve into Altaria, which is pretty cool to see. I think Mega Altaria is kind of cool, although I think it's a little too balanced, to be honest. I go straight for the knockoff on Espeon, expecting it to have a Focus Sash, and it actually has a Citrus Berry, which was definitely really surprising. And I do choose to lock myself into Heat Wave because I know it's not going to do a lot of damage since Altaria is so bulky, but it's pretty much all I can do. And she actually goes for the Heat Wave, which made zero sense to me. It kind of told me that she really probably isn't a very, not accomplished, but a not very experienced player. Because Hyper Voice, of course, would have done more damage to both my Pokemon as I send a Volcarona. So I set up the Tailwind immediately just to play it safe for what I have in the back, because I do have Mamoswine. And she actually double avoids the Heat Wave, which kind of sucks, but doesn't in the end really matter. As Altaria Hyper Voices this time, which makes a lot more sense. And obviously KO Shiftry and brings Ninetales down to very low health. So I send in my Mamoswine. And at this point, I'm very happy with where I'm at. I basically just need her to KO the Ninetales, and I win. Like, that's pretty much what I'm playing for right now. And I actually get a crit on the Volcarona, and it does a massive amount of damage, which I was not expecting. It actually made my life a lot easier. As Volcarona goes for the Fire Dance on Mamoswine, and Altaria Heat Waves again. Heat Wave here makes a little more sense, although I was a little concerned that it wasn't going to knock out Ninetales, but luckily it did. And at this point, I pretty much feel guaranteed. I pretty much feel confident I'm guaranteed the win. I don't really see a way I end up losing this, especially because the crit definitely really helped because it allowed me to use Earthquake with Mamoswine instead of Icicle Crash, because my original plan would have been to Rock Slide and Icicle Crash the Altaria, but with the low health I was able to just Double Edge the Altaria and Earthquake and KO both Pokemon. And from that range, Double Edge is a knockout, and I mean Volcarona is pretty physically frail, so I assumed Earthquake would be a knockout from this range, but even if it wasn't, I think I had the match well in hand. Although with Swampert in the back, it was a little more difficult than I anticipated. I mean, it wasn't difficult from this point, but it would have been had I had not KO'd the Volcarona. So at this point, I just go for the Double Edge. Only way I can lose this, I do get a crit again. I guess the 2 crits make up for the 2 double misses. I do go for the Icicle Crash, which wasn't maybe the best idea, because Earthquake, although it does less, at least wouldn't have missed, and I think it probably would have knocked out Swampert either way. Because I guess the only way I could have lost at that point is if Double Edge doesn't KO, Icicle Crash misses, Ice Beam KOs Salamence, and then all of a sudden Tailwind peters out, Sun goes away, and I have, maybe the Swampert's faster than me. I don't anticipate that, I doubt that, but it's a possibility. But anyway, so that was round 3, so stay tuned for round 4.